That little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive.
Courier avoids jail after being caught with meth in her vagina and 13 kilograms of weed. Maria Helen Clark was also caught couriering more than 13 kilograms of cannabis through Alice Springs Airport. She pleaded guilty in the NT Supreme Court to supplying a commercial quantity of cannabis, which, if sold on the streets of Alice, would have seen her bosses turn up to $74,000 profit. Clark, 50, of Vital Aid, also pleaded guilty to possessing 0.88 grams of meth. Which she had stashed inside her vagina on the flight from Adelaide to Alice Springs in February. Clark, who the court heard began taking drugs 20 years ago, was described as just a courier. Working at the behest of principals to feed her own drug addiction. In sentencing, Justice Judith Kelly said the profits to be made by Clark's bosses were considerable. And much more if sold to vulnerable people in Aboriginal communities in particular. There is a huge markup in remote communities, she said. Justice Kelly said drug users often purchased very expensive drugs in remote communities. Straining family budgets which were usually dependent on welfare payments. They do not play sport, and they do not take part in culture. They sleep and smoke ganja, she said. People abuse the money they get from government benefits to buy cannabis instead of food and clothes for their kids. Clark was to be paid $6,000 for her role as a bit player. Justice Kelly cut nearly 2 years off Clark's head sentence because of her guilty plea and after she signed a statutory declaration naming those higher up in the drug ring. Clark was sentenced to 4 years and 2 months jail, suspended after time served, and was placed under strict supervision for 4 years. The Surprising History of Meth 1:03